Great. Hey students, my name is Senora Adams and I'm going to be your Spanish teacher this year. I just wanted to have a little welcome video, go over some policies, things that you guys need to remember before beginning in an online course. So let's get started. I'll try to keep this brief. Thing number one, you need to make sure you have the following things to be successful in this course. First, you need a computer and internet at home. If you don't have a computer or internet at home, you're not going to be able to do your homework and you're not going to be able to access assignments to study because there is no textbook for this course. If you do not have that, you might want to give your mentor a little tap on the shoulder and see what we can do to maybe provide you with something at your house or at least set up some time. Secondly, in terms of browsers, no Internet Explorer, none, zero, zilch, nada. Firefox and Chrome are going to be the two we need to use. Firefox first and foremost because it's going to be the one that supports Blackboard and Wimba functions, which is the only way we're going to be able to record audio and video and things like that. Make sure, lastly, that when you're at school or at home, wherever you're taking this course, that you have a quiet place to work. If you are in the library and there is no librarian and people are doing cartwheels behind you, that is not conducive to learning, and this is a foreign language. It's tough. So you need to make sure that you've got a quiet place to work where you have access to the mentor adult with the passwords. Speaking of, if you've been given passwords to anything other than your login, no, that is not allowed. That can actually void your entire grade in this course. Only mentors can have the passwords, so do not ask for them, and they have to physically put them in the computer for you. That's how we maintain the security of the course here. Okay, so what if there's a problem? What do you do? If you have a technology problem that needs to be solved right then and there, you raise your hand and get your mentor. That's why your school has to provide them. If you have a technology problem that your mentor can't figure out or has something to do with our learning management system, call tech support. Tech support is probably going to want you to email, so make sure that you know how to, from the first day of school, take a screenshot that takes a picture of exactly what's going on and what the problem is. If you have a problem with something Spanish related, that's where you call me. I'm probably going to want a screenshot too, because if you just read a sentence over to me over the phone and the connection's bad, or you're in Spanish 1 and your accent isn't perfect and I don't understand you, I'm going to want to see what you guys are talking about. So make sure that when you have a problem, you always take a screenshot of what's on the screen first and foremost, and then determine whether it's technology to ask your mentor, tech support, or Spanish to ask me. So how do you get a hold of me? There's a ton of ways to get a hold of me. You can use the pager, which is at the top of the page. It's that little thing that looks like a cartoon bubble, and send me a page. There's a bit of a delay on that though. That's not instantaneous. Sometimes I don't get it for a few hours, so keep that in mind. If you need a detailed answer, email's best. I keep a separate email window open all day, so as I'm available and not working with other students, I check them. You can call me. My number is listed right underneath of my widget, and I'm available during the hours, also listed underneath the number. Or you will see underneath the widget there's a thing that says chat in vivo. That means talk live. If you need to speak with me and I'm available as well, you can click that link and it takes you into kind of a walkie-talkie thing where you can talk when you're hitting the button, take the finger off the button, and I answer and so what. But I'm here. Here's the rule of thumb though. If you've called me, paged me, or emailed me and you haven't heard in 24 hours back from me, I'm not ignoring you. There's been a technology glitch. It happens. Message me again. If all else fails and you haven't really heard from me, get your mentor, because the mentors have my personal cellular phone number and they can get a hold of me and let me know that there's a technology glitch and you cannot get a hold of me through the system. Remember, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Your mentor's not perfect. The computers are not perfect. If something bad happens, take a deep breath and send me a screenshot. We'll get it fixed. Don't worry. We're in this together. As far as grades go, there will be detailed explanations. Basically, you have major grades, quizzes, participation, and performance. Obviously, major grades are worth the most. They're the passworded tests. Participation is worth the least in there. Are you coming to Blackboard sessions? Are you living up to the policies and things that we're going over? Leading up into semesters and end of the year, I will front load zeros, which means while I normally put in zeros for work on a Monday, so as you will note from your class policies, all work is due at Friday at 3, I grade on Monday and I enter in zeros. Sometimes if it's going to be a holiday or I'm afraid you guys are going to slack, I'll put in zeros before an assignment is due. A zero doesn't mean I'm not going to take it. In fact, even if you got a 0 from being lazy, you still get 2 weeks to make it up. Granted, you will lose points, but you still get 2 weeks. A 0 does not stand in my class. I will let you make it up within reason. So if you get a 0, don't panic. Look and see what the assignment is. And if it's an assignment that's not due till Friday, I'm front loading because of a holiday, and you'll get full credit. So again, no worries. Let's see, last and not least is the Blackboard Collaborate sessions. Approximately every other week, we will be having a Blackboard Collaborate session, which is kind of an online classroom. And we'll be talking literature and games and grammar and vocab and idioms and really cool stuff that you don't always get an opportunity to do in class, but the way our Spanish classes are formatted, we can. These are required. You get graded for them. If we have them when you cannot attend, there will always be a recording, and there will be a recording assignment posted in the news. It's often an oral component where you'll have to make a video or a recording. That will need to be done if you cannot attend the sessions. To have a Blackboard session, I need 3 students, because without 3 students, I can't break you guys up into any sort of group, anything that's any fun. So it requires 3, so if you pop in and you're the only one for 20 minutes, I might answer your questions, but that's not going to count as a session, and an alternative assignment will be placed in the news. Let me check. That list seems to be okay. That list seems to be okay. Okay, so in closing, I'm glad to have you guys. Remember, do everything. If I give something in the news, if there's an assignment, even if it doesn't even count as a grade, everything in your course has been specifically crazy tailored to make sure that you learn Spanish better and that you understand the concepts. Skipping it is like skipping class, and you're going to miss some major learning. But remember, I'm here for you, and if you see something and you think, oh my gosh, this is so hard, I want to skip it, call me. Call me. I am here for you. Hope you guys have a great year, and I look forward to talking to you with your intro call.